Hachin Chokma. Good to see everyone again. We actually have some new students today, Shelly and Joey. And so I would like to give them a chance to introduce themselves and maybe say where they're from and why they want to learn the language. Go ahead, Shelly.
I'm Shelly. I live in Louisville, Texas, and I'm moving to Wynnewood, Oklahoma, within the Chickasaw Nation to be closer to the culture and learn more and have more access maybe to the hospital as I get older. And I have always been interested in learning Chickasaw. I feel like that part of my culture, that side of my family has been lost in well, the past. So I want to try to reclaim some of that lost culture.
I love that. I'm glad you're here, Shelly.
Thank you.
And Joey, do you want to introduce yourself now?
Hello, I'm Joey. I live in Alaska. I work in tourism and I am trying to learn the language for similar reasons to reconnect with my culture and just learn more.
Thank you, Joey. I'm really glad you're here too. And my son is back. He was just taking a little break, but he's about to join us. And I'm going to start screen sharing so that we can get into some review and then lesson four. All right, can y'all see my screen?
It's yeah.
It's
Okay, great.
E.
Chukma.
Eat.
How you've been studying. All right, so like I said, we're doing lesson four today, but we're gonna start with some review. And first, we're gonna do some review from lesson one. So, Shelly, I'm gonna have you be A, and usually I would say Shelly, A Chia. That means that you are A. And Joey, I'm gonna have you be B. So Joey, B Chia.
Okay.
Chokma.
Chukma.
Nanta chihos chifo.
Sahof Chifoat. Joey. Um,
Chikasha chia.
E. Chickasaw Saya.
Chipisalacho.
Chipisalacho.
Chukma, that was good. All right, Joey, A Chia, Shelly, B Chia.
Chokma.
Chokma.
Nanta Chifola Chifo. Chifala Chifo.
So
Chihol Chifo.
so
Chihol Chifo. Joey, try to say that again. Chihol
Uh,
Chifo.
Chihof Chifo.
Yes, much
Okay.
better.
chihos chifo at Shelly.
Okay. Chikasha Chia.
E chikasha saya.
Chipasalacho.
Chipisalacho.
Oh man. So I'm gonna share my screen again, and we're gonna move on to some review from lesson two. And Shelly, do you want to start?
Okay.
You can be A, and then Joey, you can be B.
Chokma.
Oh, Chokma.
Chikasha nompa isha nompolita.
E. Chikasha Nompa Al Anopali Di Isha Tan Nanta.
E chikasha nompa itanali. Kanimo si anompolili. Think.
Yapat Nanta.
Akitatno.
Chipisalacho.
Chipisalacho.
Chogma, oh man, that was good. Joey A Chia, Shelly B Chia.
Chokma.
Chokma.
Chikasha Shanompa. Ishano Ishanompalita.
I Chikasha Nompa Anopolili. Ish Itanata.
E. Chikashanomba. Chikashan Hanopa. Ithalani. Kanasomi. Anala Poli.
Yapat Nanta.
Kithana.
Chipisalacho.
Chipisalacho.
So, Joey, you're doing good, but I can tell that you maybe haven't heard a lot of these words before or said them out loud,
Mm-hmm.
maybe. And it's because you don't have the Rosetta Stone, right? Am I right?
That is correct.
Okay. So I would definitely work on those the pronunciation of those words some more. And you
Mm-hmm.
could do that by watching the videos, or you could do that by, getting Rosetta Stone or going on the Chickasaw dictionary and listening to the vocabulary that way. I think your mom, she did email me for the link to that, and
Mm-hmm.
I can forward that to you later so that you can hear the words from like a first language speaker. Tokma, Cece, you figured it out. I'm glad. Yay. Okay. Shelly, A Chia, Justin, B Chia.
Chokma.
Chokma.
Chikasha Nompa Isha Nopolita.
I Chikasha Nompa Nopalili Ishitanata.
I Chikasha Nompa Itanali. Kanimo Si Anopolili.
Yapat Nanta.
Akitatno.
Spislacho.
Chipisalacho.
Chokma. Wait. Come back. Now you're A, and Shelly, B Chia.
Chokma.
Chokma.
Chikasha Nompa. Wait. Chikasha Nompa Ishinopalita.
I Chikasha Nompa Anopolili. Ish Itanata.
I Chikasha Nompa Itanali. Kanimotsi Anopalini.
Yapat Nanta.
Gitano.
Chipisalacho.
Spisalacho.
Chokma. Yama Chokma. Hachimpona. Now that we have Cece here, do you want to practice with Joey? I would like to hear what you and him having this conversation. You want to do that again, Joey? Oh man.
Yes. E.
All right, Joey. A Chia, Cece, B or B Chia.
Chokma.
Chokma.
Nanta Chihofila Chifo.
Kimona, Nanta Chihochifot.
Chihof Chifo. Nanta Chihof Chifo.
E Chukma.
Sa Hochipoat Sisi.
Sahochifoat.
Sa Hochipoat Sisi.
Chukma.
Okay. Chickasaw Chia.
E Chikasha Zaya.
Chipasalacho.
Chapisa Lacho.
Chokma Joey. It's Chipisalacho. Chipisala.
Chipisalacho.
Mm-hmm.
Chipisalacho.
Chokma. Chokma. Oh man, that was good. Cece, A Chia, Joey, B Chia.
Chokma.
Chokma.
Nanta Chahochipo.
So Hof Chiafo. Joey.
Chikasha Chia.
E. Chikasha Saya.
Chapisa Lacho.
Chipisalacho.
Achimpona, that was good. Home and Joey and Cece. You guys ready for this one now?
E.
Home.
E.
Joey, A Chia, Cece, B Chia.
Chokma.
Chukma.
Chickasaw Shanompa. Ishanoma. Ishanom Polita.
Himona. Chikashanompa.
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 Ish anompalita.
Ishanompalipa.
Ishanompalita.
Ishanompalita. Ishanompalita.
Ishanompalita.
Ishanompalita.
Chokmana. All together. Chikashanompa. Ishanompalita.
Chikashanompa. Ishapanompalita.
Ishanompalita.
Ishanompalita. Chikashanompa. Ishanompalita.
Chokma.
E. Chikasha Nompa Anompa Lili. Dijitanata.
E. Chikashanompa. Ethanali.
Itanali.
Nimosi. Itanali.
Itanali.
Itanali. Kanimosi. Animopalili.
Anompalili.
Anopalili.
Kanimotsi.
E.
Anompalili.
Chikasha.
Oh,
Kanomsi.
ano.
Anompalili.
Sana Kanglo.
E.
Yeah, do it all
E.
again.
Chikashanompa. E. Chikashanompa. Italali. E. Kanimosi. Anomopalili.
Almost. This is Itanali. So there's no TH sound in Chickasaw.
It.
Itanali. So they're
Itanali.
pronounced separately.
Itanali.
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 Home. One more time.
E. Chikashanompa. Italali.
Itanali.
Itanali.
Mm-hmm.
Kanimosi. Anomopalili.
Anompalili.
Anompalili.
Chukma.
Yapatnanta.
Akithano.
Chapisalacho.
Kithano. Chapisalacho.
Chapisalacho.
Chukma. You sound so much better, Joey. Good job. Homie, and so I just want to do some lesson 3 review with you guys. But it's first I'm just gonna show you guys the website. Sarah works on this every week. And can you guys see that?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh
E.
man. So you guys are probably pretty familiar with this website and all the lessons in it. But here's the lesson 3 overview where you learn how to talk about family in Chickasaw and all of the videos for lesson 3. And this is the lesson 3 vocab with the different affixes for the third person. This root word is basically third person, the first person singular and the second person singular. And then some of the other words that we used in class that weren't in the lesson, like chamataha, which means are you ready? I do use that frequently in class. And yapakata, which is who is this? Here are all the affixes in a box. So you can refer to that if you're ever not sure how to conjugate a word.
How
And
would you know what goes with what word though?
yeah, it's hard. There is a way to look it up in the dictionary, and they have like numbers that mean, stative or dative or active or like Roman numerals. So
Okay.
that's one way to do it. But, the best way to do it is just by practicing and, just to understand that active means that this is the person that is actively doing something. So if I'm actively learning, I would say itanali. If I'm actively speaking, I would say anompalili. And then it'd be different. So if you were the one that was actively doing something, it would be, ish itana or ishinopoli, ishinopoli. And state of just means like you're in a state of something, or like I like to use iholo as an example, which means love, or it can also mean to be greedy for. So iholo, when I say chi hololi, I'm saying I love you, right? So the chi is the person that's in the state of being loved, right? It's the person I'm saying I love you to. They're in a state of being loved, and I'm actively loving them. So I have chi hololi at the end. So iholo is the root word for love, or to be greedy for. um So yeah, that's lesson 3 review, but we're going to do more of lesson 3 review next week. So the goal for next week is to share a photo of your family and talk about them and how old they are in Chickasaw. And so after lesson 4, we're going to be able to, talk about our age and ask other people what their age is or what their family's age is. And so now we'll get into lesson 4, which is all about numbers, Hotina. And it talks about numbers from 0 to 100. I'm not going to go in too deep on lesson 4 this week. We'll go in deeper next week. And so we're also going to talk about age, but just in the third person. So basically, just the root question. We're not going to add any affixes on it. So anytime there's a he, she, or they, it's just the root word. And so that's what we're going to do this week. And then some important things to keep in mind, about this lesson are that numbers are verbs. Verbs always go at the end of a sentence in Chickasaw. And the subject of a sentence is marked with at. We're probably not going to use much of that today, but next week we definitely will, especially when you're talking about your family. You'll use that a lot. And homemade. So we're going to get started. So is there any questions before we go into lesson 4?
I had one from lesson 3 though.
Yeah, homemade.
When we asked if, can I ask in English?
Yeah, go for
Possible.
it.
Okay. When we were saying, is your brother, do they speak Chickasaw?
Mhm.
And we say Kityo at the beginning, and then we say all of this, and then we say Kityo at the end again.
Mhm.
That Kityo happens at the beginning and the end for, is it just to reiterate, or is that always?
So
Kityo anki a chikasha nompa anopoli Kityo.
Yeah, because you don't do that with yes.
right, you don't do that with yes. And so yeah, it's just the way it is, like,
Okay.
to be more clear, I guess. But
Okay.
and I couldn't tell you myself if that's how first language speakers always use it, because I don't get to speak
Yeah.
with the first language speakers a lot. I'm living in California, so I only see them
Right.
like once a year or something when I go to the
Okay.
um Chickasaw reunion.
Mhm.
So I couldn't tell you if they're always using that, but that's the way we learned in
Okay.
CAA, IVP, and so I'm just going with that
Okay.
because all of those lessons were reviewed with and approved by the nation.
Okay. And then you answered my other question about the at the end. You just mentioned it. The subject is marked with an at the
Oh,
end.
homie. Cool. I'm glad. Homie.
That was the
I'm sorry. I do say that a lot, and I don't think I've put that in the vocab, but that means
homie.
okay.
Oh,
That
sounds
means
like okay,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Homie.
And then
That's all.
Cece or Joey, did you guys have any question? Or
No, that's
Justin?
I'm glad to hear about the Keo because
What?
I was wondering about that too. So
Oh,
thank
okay.
you for asking that, Shelley.
Oh, of course.
All
Keo.
right. Thank you. All right. Justin, do you have a
Keep them.
question? Your hand is up.
So, what was I gonna? So, just to say, if you did go to Rosetta Stone and you did lesson 4, this will be very easy.
Thanks, Justin.
I will do my best to get caught up as soon as I get it. It'll help with my pronunciations.
Homie, all right, we're gonna stay in Chickasaw from here on out. So, Chickasaw Illa. Homie. Haglo. Chafa. 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 Naholomanumpa. 1. Chafa. Toglo. 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 Naholomanumpa. 2. Toglo. Tochitna. 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 Naholomanumpa. 3. Tochitna. Oshta. 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 Naholomanumpa. 4. Oshta. Tatlapi. 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 Naholomanumpa. 5. Tatlapi. Hanatli. 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 Naholomanumpa. 6. Antoglo. 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 Naholomanumpa. 7. Antochitna. 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 Naholomanumpa. 8. Chakatli. 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 Naholomanumpa. 9. Pokoli. 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 Naholomanumpa. 10. Homie. Hashmoma achi. Chafa. Hashmoma chafa achi.
Chopper.
Chopper.
Chopa.
Chopper.
Chopper.
Chafa.
Toglo. Hashmoma toglo achi.
Toglo.
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 Chogma. Tochitna. Hashmoma tochitna achi.
China.
Tokchitna.
Tochitna.
Chogma.
Tochina.
Oshta. Hashmoma oshta achi.
Oshta.
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 Tatlapi. Hashmoma tatlapi achi.
Taplapi.
Paslapi.
Taplapi.
Taklapi.
Chugma. Hanatli. Hashmomat Hanatli Achi.
Anatli.
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 Chugma. Antoglo. Hashmomat Antoglo Achi.
Antoglo.
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 Chugma. Antochina. Hashmomat Antochina Achi.
Antochin.
Antokchina.
Antochina.
Antochina.
Chugma.
Is it China or Cheetah? The in
Oh, Antochina.
Chitna.
China.
Antochina.
Shh.
Antochina.
Chugma.
Antokchina.
Chakatli.
Chakatli.
Oh, sorry.
You
Hashmomat
didn't forget China.
Chakatli Achi.
Chakatli.
Chicatli.
Chicatli.
Hokoli. Hashmomat
Okali.
Hokoli Achi.
Okoli.
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 Holy.
Chogma Ome. Chishkabo Ethkochi. Chishkabo Ethkochi. Ba Chilbak Pasachi. Ah. E. Chishkabo Ethkochi. Kiyo Chilbak Pasachi. Ome.
E.
Toglo. Chogma Oshta. Chogma Chafa. E. Chogma Chafa. Chakatli. Toglo. Hanatli. Hathlapi. Hachina. Oshta. Antoglo. Hathlapi. Chukma. Hathlapi. Hachina. Hanatli. Toglo. Antoglo. E. Chukma. Tochina. Antochina. Chukma. Pokoli. Hanatli.
Now what?
Hanatli. Chakatli. Pakoli. Chogma. Ome hashmoma achi. Chafa.
Chafa.
Chapa.
Chafa.
Chogma. Toglo.
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 Tochina.
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 Oshta.
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 Tatlapi.
Haslapi.
Hatlapi.
Hanap.
Hatlapi.
Anali.
Napoli.
Antoklo.
Choclo.
Toglo.
Antoklo.
Antochina.
Antochina.
Chitna.
Chikatli.
Chakali.
Pakoli.
Pokoli.
Poli.
Pakoli.
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 E. Pakoli. Chogma. E. Ba. Kiyo. Achi. E. Ba. Kiyo. Toglo. E. Ba. Kiyo.
Kio.
Iyo.
Chafa.
E.
E.
E. Antoglo.
Iyo.
Kiyo.
Kio.
Kio.
Toglo.
E.
In.
E.
E.
In.
Antochina.
Iyo.
Kiyo. Chikatli.
Iyo.
Kiyo. Tochina.
I.
E.
Chogma. Tatlapi.
Kio.
Iyo.
Oshta.
I.
Chogma. Tatlapi.
I.
E.
E. Chikatli.
Iyo.
Kio.
Hanatli.
I.
Antoglo.
I.
E.
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 Chogma.
E.
Antochina.
I.
E. Chogma. Chikatli.
I.
E.
Chikatli. Um. Chafa.
Iyo.
Pakoli.
I.
E. Chogma.
Chokma Justin.
Ishnako achi. Ishnako.
Ishnako.
Shelly. Ishnako. Chafa achi.
Chafa.
Chogma. Sisi. Ishnako. Chafa achi.
Ah.
Chogma. Joey. Ishnako. Chafa achi.
Chafa.
Justin. Ishnako. Chafa achi.
Chafa.
Chogma. Shelly. Ishnako. Toglo achi.
Toglo.
Sisi. Ishnako. Toglo achi.
Toglo.
Joey. Ishnako. Toglo achi.
Toglo.
Justin. Ishnako. Toglo achi.
Toglo.
Chogma. Shelly. Ishnako. Tochina achi.
Tokchina.
Sisi. Ishnako. Tochina achi.
Chitna.
Joey. Ishnako. Tochina achi.
Tochino. Tochina.
E.
Tochina.
Chogma. Justin. Ishnako. Tochina achi.
Tochina.
Chogma. Shelly. Ishnako. Oshta achi.
Oshta.
Sisi. Ishnako. oshta achi.
Osta.
Joy ishnako oshta achi.
Osta.
Justin ishnako oshta achi.
Osta.
Shelly ishnako tatlapi achi.
Tatlapi.
Cece ishnako tatlapi achi.
Tlapi achi. Oh, tatlapi.
Tatlapi i chukma. Joy ishnako tatlapi achi.
Totlapi.
Tatlapi.
Tatlapi.
Chukma.
Tatlapi.
Justin ishnako tatlapi achi.
Tuflapi.
Shelly ishnako hanatli achi.
Hanatli.
Chukma. Cece ishnako hanatli achi.
Anatli.
Chukma. Joy ishnako hanatli achi.
Hanatli.
Chukma. Justin ishnako hanatli achi.
Hanali.
Chukma. Shelly ishnako antoklo achi.
Antoklo.
Cece ishnako antoklo achi.
Antoglo.
Joy ishnako antoklo achi.
Antoglo.
Chukma. Oh, Justin ishnako antoklo achi.
Antoklo.
Shelly ishnako antochitna achi.
Antokchitna.
Antochitna.
Antokchitna.
Antochitna.
Antokchitna.
Chukma. Cece ishnako antochitna achi.
Antochitna.
Chukma. Joy ishnako antochitna achi.
Antochitna.
Chukma. Justin ishnako antochitna achi.
Antochina.
Chukma. Shelly ishnako chakatli achi.
Chakatli.
Cece ishnako chakatli achi.
Katli.
Joy ishnako chakatli achi.
Chikatli.
Yeah. Justin ishnako chakatli achi.
Chikatli.
Chukma. Pakoli, Shelly ishnako pakoli achi.
Pokoli.
Cece ishnako pakoli achi.
Koli.
Joy ishnako pakoli achi.
Pakoli.
Justin ishnako pakoli achi.
Holy.
Hotina yamat katimpi. Hotina yamat katimpi. Hotina yamat katimpi. Noholominumpa. Which number is that? Hoti.
Can I just ask a question? That
Uh-huh.
Katimpi, it's got, so you don't say that second I?
Katimpi. E.
Katimpi.
Omi, Hashmoma. Hotina yamat katimpi.
Chaka?
E. Chapa. Chukma. Hotina yamat katimpi.
Toglo.
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 E. Toglo. Hotina yamat katimpi.
Tokchina. Tokchitna.
Tochina.
Tochina.
Tina.
Chukma.
Chitna.
Hotina yamat katimpi.
Osta.
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 Chukma. Hotina yamat katimpi.
Tatlapi.
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 E. Hotina yamat katimpi.
Hanatli.
Natli.
E. Hanatli. Chukma. Hotina yamat katimpi.
Toglo.
Taglo.
Antoglo.
Toglo.
Antoglo.
Antoglo.
Toglo.
Hotina yamat katimpi.
Antokchitna.
Antochitna. Antochitna.
E.
Chitna.
Antochitna. Hotina Yama Katempi.
Akatli.
Chickasaw.
Chukma Chikatli. Hotina Yama Katempi.
Pokoli.
Pokoli.
Holy.
Pokoli.
Ipoli Chukma. Haglo. Sapuknika Katafka. Sapuknika Katafka. Sapuknika Katafka. How old are he, she, or they? Or that? Sapuknika Katafka. Haglo. Sapuknika Katafka. Sapuknika Chafa. Sapuknika Katafka. Sapuknika Chafa. Sapuknika Katafka. Sapuknika Chafa. Sapuknika Katafka. Sapuknika Toglo. Sapuknika Toglo. Sapuknika Toglo. Sapuknika Katafka. Sapuknika Tochitna. Sapuknika Tochitna. Sapuknika Tochitna. Sapuknika Katafka. Sapuknika Oshta. Sapuknika Oshta. Sapuknika Oshta. Sapuknika Katafka. Sapuknika Tatlapi. Sapuknika Tatlapi. Sapuknika Tatlapi. Sapuknika Katafka. Sapuknika Hanatli. Sapuknika Hanatli. Sapuknika Hanatli. Sapuknika Katafka. Sapuknika Antoglo. Sapuknika Antoglo. Sapuknika Antoglo. Sapuknika Katafka. Sapuknika Antochitna. Sapuknika Antochitna. Sapuknika Antochitna. Sapuknika Katafka. Sapuknika Chikatli. Sapuknika Chikatli. Sapuknika Chikatli. Sapuknika Katafka. Sapuknika Pokoli. Sapuknika Pokoli. Sapuknika Pokoli. Ome Hashmoma Achi. Sapuknika Katafka. Hashmoma Sapuknika Katafka Achi.
Ipoknika Katafka.
Sapotnika Katafka.
Potnika.
Potnika Katafka.
Chogma. Sapuknika Katafka. Hashmoma Sapuknika Chafa Achi.
Poknika Chafa.
Sapotnika Chafa.
Chogma. Justin.
Potnika Katafka.
Chogma. Sapuknika Katafka. Hashmoma Sapuknika Toglo Achi.
Ipoknika Toglo.
Toglo.
Tuglo.
Sapotnika Toglo.
Chogma. Sapuknika Katafka. Hashmoma Sapuknika Tochitna Achi.
Potnika
Ipoknika Tokchitna.
Sapotnika Tochitna.
Chitna.
Chogma. Sapoknika katafka. Hashmoma sapoknika oshta achi.
Sapoknika oshta.
Oshta.
Chokma. Justin.
Sapoknika oshta.
Mommy. Don't play with that ball right now. Sorry. Sapoknika katafka. Hashmoma sapoknika tatlapi achi.
Sapoknika taslapi.
Taslapni.
Sapoknika
Chokma.
Taslapi.
Tatlapi. Chokma. Sapoknika katafka. Hashmoma sapoknika hanatli achi.
Sapoknika hanatli.
Nikat hanatli.
Sapotnikat hanatli.
Chokma. Sapoknika katafka. Hashmoma sapoknika antoglo achi.
Sapoknika antoklo.
Sapotnikat antoglo.
Chokma. Sapoknika katafka. Hashmoma sapoknika antochitna achi.
Sapoknika
Sapotnikat
antokchina.
anchitno.
Antochitna.
Antochitno.
Antochitna.
Antochitna.
Chokma.
Antochitna.
Sapoknika katafka. Sapoknika chakatli achi.
Sapoknika chakatli.
Sapotnikat chikatli.
Chikatli.
Chokma. Sapoknika katafka. Hashmoma sapoknika pokoli achi.
Sapoknika pokoli.
Sapoknikat.
Sapotnikat pokoli.
Chokma. Emasetla. 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 Mommy. Sapoknika katafka. Shelly. Sapoknika katafka.
Sapoknika chafa.
Chokma. Shelly. Joey emasetla.
Sapoknika katafka.
Sapotnikat chafa. Sapotnika chafa.
Chokma. Joey. Sisi emasetla.
Sapotnika katafa.
Katafka.
Katafka.
Chokma.
Sapoknikat chafa.
Chokma. Sisi. Shelly emasetla.
Sapoknikat katafka.
Sapoknika chafka. Chafa.
Chokma. Mommy. Shelly. Joey emasetla.
Sapoknika katafka.
Sapotnika toglo.
Chokma. Joey. Sisi emasetla.
Sapotnika katafka.
Sapoknikat taglo.
Chokma. Sisi. Shelly emasetla.
Sapoknikat katafka.
Sapoknika togolo.
Chokma. Shelly. Joey emasetla.
Sapoknika katafka.
Me? Sorry.
Me.
Sapotnika tochitna. Sapotnika tochitna.
Chokma. Joey. Sisi emasetla.
Sapotnika katafka.
Sapoknikat tochitna.
Chokma. Sisi. Justin emasetla.
Sapoknikat katafka.
Sapoknika tochitna.
Sapoknika tochi.
Chokma. Justin. Shelly emasetla.
Sapoknika katafka.
Sapoknika tokchitna.
Tochitna.
Tokchitna.
Chokma. Shelly. Joey emasetla.
Sapoknika katafka.
Sapotnika oshta.
Chokma Sapoknikat Oshta.
Sputnikat.
Chokma.
Oshta.
Joy Sisi Masatla.
Sipotnikat Katafka.
Sapoknikat Oshta.
Chokma. Sisi Shelly Masatla.
Sapoknikat Katafka.
Sipotnikat Oshta.
Chokma. Justin. Yeah. Amasetla. Amasetla.
Sapoknika Katafka.
Sapoknika Oshta. Chokma. Shelly Justin Amasetla.
Sipotnikat Katafka.
Sapoknikat Tavlaki.
Chokma. Justin Joy Amasetla.
Sapoknika Katafka.
Sipotnikat Tathlapi.
Chokma. Joey Sisi Amasetla.
Sipotnikat Katafla. Katafka.
Sapoknikat Talapi.
Kathlapi.
Talapi.
Chokma. Sisi Shelly Amasetla.
Sapoknikat Katafka.
Sipotnikat Tathlapi.
Chokma. Shelly Joy Amasetla.
Sipotnikat Katafka.
Sipotnikat Athatli. Hanatli.
Chokma. Joy Justin Amasetla.
Sipotnikat Katafka.
Sapoknikat Nali.
Chokma. Justin Sisi Amasetla.
Sapoknikat Katafka.
Sapoknikat Hanatli.
Chokma. Sisi Shelly Amasetla.
Sapoknikat Katafka.
Sipotnikat Hanatli.
Chokma. Shelly Joy Amasetla.
Sipotnikat Katafka.
Sipotnikat Untoglo.
Chokma. Joey Sisi Amasetla.
Sipotnikat Katafka.
Sapoknikat Antaglo.
Antoglo.
Untoglo.
Chokma. Sisi Shelly Amasetla.
Sapoknikat Katafka.
Sipotnikat Antoglo.
Chokma. Shelly Joy Amasetla.
Sipotnikat Katafka.
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 Chokma.
Sipotnikat Untochitna.
Chokma. Joy Sisi Amasetla.
Sipotnikat Katafka.
Sapoknikat Antochita.
Antochitna.
Antochitna.
Chokma. Sisi Shelly Amasetla.
Sapoknikat Katafka.
Sipotnikat Antokchitna.
Antochitna.
Antokchitna.
Antochitna.
Antokchitna.
Chokma. Chokma. Shelly Joy Amasetla.
Sipotnikat Katafka.
Sipotnikat Untochitna. No, Chikatli.
Chokma. Joey Sisi Amasetla.
Sipotnikat Katafka.
Sapoknikat Chikatli.
Chokma. Sisi Shelly Amasetla.
Sapoknikat Katafka.
Sipotnikat Chakatli.
Chokma. Shelly Joy Amasetla.
Sipotnikat Katafka.
Sipotnikat Porkoli.
Chokma. Joy Sisi Amasetla.
Chipotlikat Kanafka.
Katafka.
Katafka. Katafka. Chipotlikat Katafka.
Sapoknikat. Sapoknikat Katafka.
Sipotnikat Katafka.
Chukma.
Bosnica Pakoli.
Chukma. Cece. Shelly. Amasetla.
Bosnica Katafka.
Hipoknikat Bokoli.
Chokma. Hachimpona. Y'all are smart. Home. So we can break out of Chickasaw now. You guys did great. And so just want to talk about what we're gonna do next week. We're gonna continue on with lesson 4, but we're going to talk about, bigger numbers next week. And so make sure to practice that. But if you don't have Rosetta Stone, that could be kind of hard. So, well, we'll just do it in class, but in the meantime, just try to get that and let me know if I can help you with that. And then we're also going to talk about age in the first and second person next week. So what we did just now was talk about it in the third person. Like we just said, how old are he, she, or they? Or I put a picture of the wine because people always seem to want to know how old their wine is. I mean, I don't personally care, but it's just something that comes up. But and that was the best stock image I could find. So and just a reminder about this lesson. The main things that were brought up in the Rosetta Stone lesson that you guys should know are that numbers are verbs, and verbs always go at the end of a sentence, and that the subject of a sentence is marked with at.
Okay.
And so next week, I hope to see a picture of your guys' family and, so that you guys can start the class off telling us about them, just like we did in lesson 3. And we can also talk about how old they are too, since we learned how to talk about them age in the third person this week. And so Yamakila, that's it. That's all. You guys did excellent. I hope that you guys continue on this language journey with us. You guys sounded so good today, and
Thank you.
I'm really glad you guys all came. And hopefully, or next week, Sarah should be here. Her brother Dale, I hope he's here too. I don't know, he may have forgotten class today because his sister wasn't here to remind him, but and me and Justin will be here. So we hope to see you guys again. Do you guys have any questions or
What's the word for when you win?
Imambi?
Mumby.
Mambi.
Imambi.
Okay.
Imambi.
My grandson, I have to find the word for that. Anyway, he was at nationals for wrestling and got 16th in the nation today.
Wow.
I was hoping we would learn
Wow.
that number.
Yeah.
Oh,
16th. Awa Hanali.
E. So,
Ah,
yeah, so I wish
Awa Hanali.
Okay.
that's right.
So
Sorry.
Awa would be the 10 that goes with the Nali. Okay.
They say you live off the Pocoli. You just say the with 6 or and 6, right? And 6. Or 16. Instead of saying 10 and 6, you just say and 6. That's how I think it in my head.
He's got colleges talking to him right now. Yeah.
That's really cool. That's exciting, Cece. Well,
It
maybe
is.
what we'll do is we'll have you guys share about your family at the last at the end of class. That way we can go over those numbers before we talk about them. I just thought about that too. Like you guys don't know the numbers for like
No, they are hoping we get that they get it corrected. Like they thought it would be done by Thursday. And they couldn't figure out why I can't sign in when I have an account. And pops up. It says, here are your lessons or whatever, and there's nothing there. So they're trying to fix mine that way, and they haven't been able to figure it out because they said it's on Rosetta Stone's site, not what Chickasaw's got. So they're trying to figure that out. And I said, well, we can just start it over again, and I'll just have a new sign in if that makes it easier.
Yeah, well,
I'll give them a call Monday morning
okay,
and see
sounds
what we
good.
can figure out. Because,
Yeah,
yeah, it will make a lot of difference.
it definitely would. It would help you guys a lot.
And I enjoy having Justin because it made me feel better watching the videos and Justin's doing it. And I'm like, well, if he can do it, then I really need to pay it.
Right.
It just
Oh,
makes
I'm
me
glad he was
laugh
the
the whole
It's
inspiration
time.
for
easier
you
for
guys.
the young, I think.
Well, he makes me
Languages
laugh and
still in their
relax.
head.
So he's
He-
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, yeah, he makes me feel more relaxed too, honestly, because he's
Me
just
too.
a ham.
He's funny.
Yeah.
So we're supposed to email you our picture, or do
Yeah,
we share it from our end?
you guys, if you email it me, that would be easier. That then I can
Okay.
just put it in the PowerPoint. But if
Okay.
you want to share it on your end, that's okay too.
No, I'll send it to you. It's fine.
And do you guys have any other questions?
Don't think so. Oh, the Tokchina. I'm saying it
Um,
wrong, but it sounds the same to me.
I hear a K when you say tok,
Oh,
so there's no K there. Toch.
Tochina.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
know.
Tochina. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was saying this, the first C. Tochina.
chokma.
Okay,
That's
okay.
good.
Now, will those words, will those numbers be on the vocabulary?
Website? Hmm?
Will the words be written on your vocabulary list since we don't have?
Yes. They'll be the website will be upload or updated probably by tomorrow.
Okay.
And then you guys will be able to take a look at that from there. And I'll put the awa in there too for when you're talking about like if you want to say 613 or you would say awa tochina
Okay.
or but we're gonna go over all that next week.
Okay.
Me.
I'm so excited. Thank you for letting me join.
Thank you for coming. I'm really glad to have you all. You guys
I'll be back.
great. And I'm
We'll
really
be back.
glad. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad you came back, Cece. I was like,
No,
I
it
hope I
was
can.
crazy that I couldn't figure it out. And all of a sudden, there it was. Now I feel
Yeah,
like we're part of the Brady Bunch. You know,
I know. Thank you for coming, and I'll see y'all next week. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Y'all too.
Hachipisato.
peace, I
Peace
love
out,
you
y'all.
all.